Time in our lesson we spoke about heredity and evolution. So first of all, what is heredity? Heredity has to do with passing traits through from your parents, means mother and father, to you. So everyone has an individual DNA. DNA is something we have in our body, means the construction plan, how our body look like. We spoke about this in our last lesson. So we have here as example father, mother equals child is clear. So what does it mean? It's same math. So when we have math and we add two numbers to each other, it equals always the numbers what I plus to. So we have here also the DNA from the father, the DNA from the mother, and the DNA from the child after equals the DNA from mother and father. So if I take as example a DNA sample from you, I can trace your mother, I can trace your father, because parts of your DNA is from mother and father. So the DNA passes through all generations. Same as example here, I start with grandmother and grandfather. The DNA from grandmother and grandfather goes down to them children. What are your aunt? What are your uncle? Your mom? And then a new generation, as example, your dad, what is from another family. Then after, the DNA passes through from your grandmother, grandfather, to your mother. From your mother, it passes through to you. But what is it what passed through? Everything. That means everything about your body. How tall you will be in the future. You won't be same tall your father. You won't be same tall your mother. May you taller, may you shorter. Same in our last picture we saw there, the DNA passed through all the generations. So maybe you have similarities to your grandfather, maybe to your grandmother, or maybe similar to your mother or similar to your father or to your father's parents, because all this DNA passes through the whole generations. So as example, your eye color, the form of your ears, your face, your hair, all your body. So when we see here as example is a family, a whole generation. So we have there grandmother, grandfather, we have the parents, we have the sisters and brothers. So we have here a whole family, and when we look through the faces, we see similarities. So they look alike. They look alike to each other. So also here we see mother and father, daughter and son. So when we look through the faces, they look alike. Here as example, mother and daughter. Here also again mother and daughter. So you really see they look very much alike. Look through the pictures. Celebrities, mother on the right, daughter on the left. So there are always similarities between parents and child. it's also the character. That means the way you are. Are you, we say in Thai, chai lon, chai yen, how smart, your IQ, your voice, everything get passed through to you, to your parents. Maybe you know them both. They are both very famous actors, Kiefer Sutherland and his father. Everyone looks different. So when we look through many, many pictures, here's as example, Asian children from India, from Thailand, from everywhere around Asia. They have similarities because they look like Asian, but they don't look alike. So everyone looks differently. Everyone has his own look. Nose, eye forms, the face, the hair, the chin, different ears. Everyone looks different. There is no copy. You must think. There are 8 billion people on earth soon, and all people look different. All people have their own DNA. It doesn't matter. As example here, we have Caucasian children, European Caucasian. Everyone has blonde hair, but still when we look through the pictures and we look through the faces are different. The ears form are different. The nose and mouth, the form of the eyes are different. We look all alike. We look human. Same, these children are Caucasian. They look alike, but they don't look the same. Everyone is unique. Everyone looks different.
Hey, Mia, what you looking at?
Oh, hi, Sam. I just dyed my hair again. What do you think?
A work of art, as always.
I wish I didn't have to keep dyeing it. If only I'd been born with blue hair.
You'd have better luck wishing for blue eyes. At least there'd be a chance that heredity could help you.
Heredity? What does that have to do with it?
Where'd you think your natural hair color comes from?
Well, not from a box.
They're from heredity. Through heredity, your parents passed on certain traits and physical features to you.
How?
Through their genes. They're the tiny sets of instructions inside every single cell in our bodies. We get them from our parents, and they help make us who we are.
Sounds like a secret code or something.
They are, kinda. Your genes affect how your body grows and looks, and even if you're good at things. Like, I think I got my artistic genes from my mom. She can draw anything.
Come to think of it, everyone always says I've got my dad's eyes and my mom's mind for math. But how come my sister has green eyes and I have dark brown ones?
Good question. It's a little complicated. So, when it comes to eyes, each person gets 2 color genes. One from their mom and one from their dad. That means you can end up with 2 that are the same color or 2 genes that are different colors.
You mean like 2 green genes or 2 dark brown ones? Or 1 green gene and 1 dark brown gene?
Right. What do you think happens if you have 2 dark brown genes?
You get brown eyes?
Exactly. And what color will your eyes be if you get 1 dark brown gene and 1 green gene?
1 brown eye and 1 green one?
Bzzzt. Nice try, but nope. You'll have 2 beautiful brown eyes. The dark brown eye genes are dominant.
Does that mean they're stronger than green genes?
Yup, dominant genes are always in control. And green eye genes are recessive. They hide behind the scenes when dominant genes are around. In fact, the only way they'll show their faces is if there are 2 of them.
Aha! Strength in numbers. Hey, didn't we say that if someone has 2 green genes, they'll have green eyes? My sister! And my mom! They both do! Cool! Wait a minute. My sister could only get 1 green eye gene from my mom, right? So, she had to get one from my dad? But how? My dad has brown eyes.
Since your dad has brown eyes, we know he has at least 1 dark brown gene. But remember, recessive genes hide when a dominant gene's around.
I got it. My dad has 1 green eye gene too. That's how my sister got it.
Congratulations! Oh, I almost forgot. The color of your eyes or any other feature you're born with is called an inherited trait.
As opposed to?
A learned behavior. something you're taught or learned through experience.
Like riding a bike or playing a video game?
Yup.
What about RJ's soccer playing?
Actually, that's a combination. RJ's always been athletic like his dad, so that's an inherited trait. But he had to learn all the rules and skills of soccer.
And that's a learned behavior. I get it. Wow. I learned so much about genes and heredity. I guess I knew that parents pass on traits and physical features to their kids. Now I know that genes make it happen. They're like special codes that determine our hair and eye color, what we look like, and even if we're athletic. It's interesting how dominant genes control traits and recessive genes hide behind the scenes. Unless they're in pairs, of course. But most of all, I like knowing that the inherited traits we're born with connect us with our parents. And our learned behaviors, the things we're taught, mean that we can keep growing forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Speaking of growing, do you think you could teach me how to dye my hair like that?
No. This is one learned behavior I'll keep for myself.
Now we make a short test with each other. And in the video I show you also the answers. So, which of the following do your genes affect? That means the genes in the DNA, the genes what you get from your parents, what does it affect? What does it do in your body? So we have here, number 1, your ability to play soccer, how your body grows and looks, your ability to ride a bike, or the function of your circulatory system. So what does it affect? It affects your body growth and looks. The ability to play soccer, everybody can play. Everybody can learn to play soccer. Your ability to ride a bike, everyone with normal body abilities can learn to ride a bike. The function of your circulatory system, yes, no. If your parents have problems with the heart, yes, then yes. Your sister is very good in playing piano. What is her piano play ability an example of? So she can play very well piano, and she has really the ability for music. So where come it from? Is it a learned behavior? Is it an inherited trait, a dominant gene, or a recessive gene? An inherited trait. That means a learned behavior. Sure, everyone can learn how to play a piano. But if somebody is very well in piano, can play very good, then this gene is inherited. Dominant and recessive gene has to do with your look, as example, your eye color, your hair color, straight hair, curly hair. So as example, curly hair are dominant, straight hair is recessive. That means the dominant gene wins. What are recessive genes? So we have there strong genes that are in control, genes that help you learn new things, genes that only get from your father, or weak genes that hide when a dominant gene is present. Weak genes. So the recessive gene is a weak gene that hides behind the dominant genes. Same I told before about the straight hair and curly hair. So as example, father has curly hair, mother has straight hair. So the child gets both genes, curly hair and the gene for straight hair. So the straight hair gene hides and the dominant gene, the curly hair, wins, so the child will get curly hair. Which of the following is inherited trait? That means the trait what you get from your parents, inherited. Using a computer, freckles, playing video games, reading books. Freckles. The freckles is the correct answer. What are freckles? These are small brown dots what you have in your face. You get from your parents or from your family, like I said also in the video before, grandparents or parents. Using a computer is a learned behavior. Playing video games too is a learned behavior, so also reading books. First you have to study. A baby cannot read. The gene of brown eyes is dominant. What is needed in order a person to have brown eyes? So same we told before, brown eyes are stronger than any other color. So if mom, she has blue eyes and father has brown eyes, so there the brown eyes is dominant. So what happened here? No gene. So the question here is, what is the way how the child get brown eyes? So number one is here, no gene of brown eyes. 2 green eye genes. At least 1 brown eye gene, or 3 brown eye genes. So this answer was clear, because if one gene is brown, then the brown gene wins because the brown gene is dominant, and every other gene like blue gene eyes or the blue gene, the green gene eye, hide behind the brown gene. What is a learned behavior? So things we learn in our life. Number one is here, something you are taught or learn through experience. A feature that you are born with, means something you are born with. A trait and physical feature that your parents pass on to you. Or thin sets of instruction inside every cell in your body. Something you are taught and learned through experience. It means something you learn, like ride a bicycle, read a book because you need to read, make math because you need to learn about math. So there we have taught behavior. Then we have here the next one, a feature you are born with. You are born with brown eyes. You are born with black or brown or the blonde hair, the form of your ears. Traits and physical features that your parents passed on you through. It means the same, how your body look like, physical. And the last one, thin sets of instruction inside every cell is your DNA. So your genes and your DNA are thin sets of instructions. What is true about learned behavior? So we have here number one, they demand which genes are dominant and which genes are recessive. They control how tall or short you are. They demand what color your hair and your eyes are, or they make it possible for people to keep growing and learning new things. So what is the true about learned behaviors? The last one, they make it possible for people to grow and learn new things.